outside out, back and forth. Go down kick. Do not let the IWC fool you, my friends. There doesn't need to be a clear-cut anything. Pump the kick out. As Miguel pops up the kick up, and a kick to the side of the head of outside out. It doesn't go down. Kick of his own to Trey Miguel. Oh no. Got him caught. This is the premier superstar, Campbell Myers, aka Killer Cam, aka Soup, one half of the Midwest's best tag team, the Premier, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag Podcast.
He can beat him on the ground. Tobias is going up to the sky. Leona fighting for his life at this point. Tobias has it hooked. We're going to see a superplex, folks. But wait a minute. Leona battling back again. And he turns it over. A cord buster off the top rope. Tobias comes bouncing off the floor. Leona to the top now. Vegas are off the top. That leg drop off the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. 2, 3, and Leona takes it.
This is the American hero Johnny Faith, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
They've done enough for the ref to not call it. Oh, came in hot. A shoulder tag, or shoulder bend. Big form, I should say, sorry. Oh, it's the lever there. Twitching there. Uh-oh. Burning hammer. Got him loaded up. No, UFO, baby. Whoa. That is a game changer. Miles up the power bomb. Stacked him up. 3, there it is. Your winner, Thomas Shire.
This is the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag Podcast.
Draper was looking to kind of finish this thing off. Big fisherman suplex with the big man tied up. 1, 2, no! Jack Draper caught there, packaged up again. 1, 2, no! Draper having to kick out of these penny combinations though. Allow me his rock. Cradle. 1, 2, no! Jack tried to grab him by the tights there, couldn't get it. Scoops him up. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Hell of a showing from Moses, but there's your winner, the Mile High Man. 43 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jack Draper. This is J7. You're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Price, down and 2 on either side. Price, Maestro cradle. No, Shota stopped him halfway. Price got out of it in 2.5. Shota downstairs with the knee. And Shota, no time to argue with the official here, Shota. If you want to leave with a lasting impression, it would certainly be time to keep your attention on Ethan Price. Up and over the top goes Shota, roll through from Price. He'll carry on through. Wow, Ethan Price, fisherman suplex, perhaps. Oh no, it's a package DDT. Look at the outside leg. Count of 3. Ethan Price. That's a quality win.
This is the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, current, reigning, defending Impact World Champion, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Welcome to episode 37 of the I-70 Hot Tag, where we chat and promote local independent wrestling in both Kansas and Missouri. Tonight, we'll be joined by a local wrestler who just oozes charisma. You've seen him in XWE, Trailblazer Championship Wrestling, Cape Championship Wrestling, and you can watch him this Saturday night in Lynn, Missouri for KCXW New Year's Bash. Our guest tonight is the one and only Tobias Storm. Plus, the I-70 Hot Tag was live in Leavenworth, Kansas for XWE New Year's Beatdown this past Saturday night. We had a great time and we'll break down the entire event from beginning to end. We'll also discuss more news coming out of our local independent scene, including St. Louis Anarchy bringing back a beloved wrestler for Gateway to Anarchy, and a match announcement for Grandel Wrestling St. Louis vs. the World 2. Don't go anywhere because the I-70 Hot Tag starts now.
I am old evil, that damn coyote, Christian, by God, Rose.
This is Stormy Renee.
You're looking at the big strong boy.
Because I am the illustrious one, Rey Leon.
This is the King's Road Slayer, Daredevil, baby.
What's up, everybody? It is one half of the beautiful people and 7-time Women's World Champion Angelina Love. And aren't you lucky? You are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
And now, CR Media presents the I-70 Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase, and the real Josh Elliott.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase, aka CR Media. God, dude, my hair looks like a bomb tonight, dude. Wow. Anyways, you're watching another episode of the I-70 Hot Tag. Appreciate everybody joining with us. We are on episode. What episode is this?
37.
37?
Yeah.
Whew. Man. Oh, look at this. Hunter Dillon waiting till. Hunter Dillon, I see you, man, waiting until the right moment. Over on the Twitch, everybody, Hunter Dillon 95 coming through with a raid of 3 viewers. Hunter, we appreciate that, sir. Much love. If you guys have not, make sure you check out Hunter Dillon on Twitch. He's always streaming board games, classic game episodes, all kinds of cool stuff. And if you don't know, Hunter is in Discords also playing those board games, but in the Discord server. It's a lot of fun. We played Josh and I are the undisputed, undefeated, unanimous Wheel of Fortune champions. Maxed out that baby at like 60,000 or something like that. So,
yep.
Big shout out to him.
And,
guys,
and Hunter is also a mod for Rocky Mountain Pro. Gotta throw that in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who we saw, Derek Stone, former I-70 Hot Tag guest, and Malice Mayhem, who we saw at XWE as a fan this past weekend.
Yes,
so,
yes, we did.
Not this past weekend, but you know what I mean, a couple weekends ago. Anyways, man, the chat is popping off, guys. I will get to this in a second. So, guys, again, appreciate you guys joining with us. We've got a very special show for you tonight. We're going to have Tobias Storm on here in a moment. And then we're going to break down some, Kansas, Missouri independent professional wrestling soon. So, guys, we are live, like I said, on twitch.tv/CRmedia1988. But we are also live on the I-70 Hot Tag Facebook page and the I-70 Hot Tag YouTube page. Guys, no matter where you're watching, make sure you go check out, and make sure you're following all things. Hit those notification bells so you never miss anything. And guys, if you like the content and you got friends that like it, share it out. We're live every Thursday, with the exception of New Year's and Christmas. We've been live every Thursday. And we've got somebody here that we're talking to, putting over every Thursday. So, like I said, check out the content. Make sure you're all in on it. Before I give this over to Josh, got a couple of things real quick. Josh is going to tell you to follow the I-70 Hot Tag on all forms of social media, because Josh runs the social media side of the I-70 Hot Tag, which I greatly appreciate. With all of that, there was sometime last week that it was brought up that if we get the I-70 Hot Tag to 1,000 followers on TikTok, so Josh can go live on the I-70 Hot Tag TikTok account, that I will reach out to Moonshine Mantell or Derek Neal, the King's Road Slayer, and do a charity for St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every, like I said, probably do every $100 raised. I'll take a solid chop from one or the other. And not only Brian J. Bebe, you schmuck, posted it on Twitter, and then it also got retweeted by Moonshine and Derek Neal both. So just want to throw that out there, guys. Explanation point, CR Media. If you are in the Twitch chat, it will bring up my Streamlabs. It'll bring up the Streamlabs. Make sure you follow CR Media on all forms of social media. Explanation point, I-70 Hot Tag. Josh, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Absolutely. You can find me at The Real Josh Elliott, all social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I have a Twitch account as well. But again, like Chase said, for all the local independent wrestling content, Kansas and Missouri, we are at the I-70 Hot Tag. We are live currently on our YouTube and our Facebook page, but we've also got an Instagram. We've got a YouTube. We've got a TikTok. We've got a Twitter. And as Chase said, we are at, I believe, we're closing in on 450 right now on our TikTok page. And it's only been 3 days since that announcement. So head out over to the TikTok. If you guys have one, follow us on the I-70 Hot Tag. We do post clips there that we don't post on other social media platforms. So we'll cut some audio, video from the show and post it on our TikTok page. So greatly appreciate that. We got a good cause coming up if we can get to 1,000. And I do like Willie Hendricks. Do that anyway. We probably will at some point. We've been talking about this since we started the show, so it's gonna happen at some point. Chase is gonna get that chop. When is gonna be the question. So
absolutely. Want to give a shout out to our I-70 Hot Tag guests last week. Angelina Love, one half of the Beautiful People. Appreciate her coming through, helping us promote Glory Pro in St. Louis. She was fantastic to talk to. Great interview. If you haven't already, make sure you go to the I-70 Hot Tag's YouTube's previous lives, watch that video. Or if you don't have time to watch it, it has been uploaded to podcast networks, Spotify, Google, Anchor, all those cool places. And then Monday, our guest, Alan Jones, the Prodigy. Fantastic interview. Had a lot of fun sitting down with him and talking with him. So again, make sure you go to the YouTube and check that out. So with that being said, Josh, I'm not going to break tradition. I'm going to let you introduce our guest tonight.
Absolutely. So again, guys, we have a very young upcoming wrestler here in the Kansas City area. We just saw him this past weekend at XWE New Year's Beatdown, and you can see him again this weekend in Lynn, Missouri for KCXW New Year's Bash. Please welcome Tobias Storm.
That's a horrible impression.
I know.
About time you guys have me on this show. All right. And Josh, I don't know what that impression was, but we're going to let it go because by the end of this interview, you're going to get it down right. I'll tell you that. And don't worry, Chase. You're going to have the time to talk. But right now, hey, it's Tobias's turn. All right. Now, I've been waiting to get my hands on YouTube since y'all belittled me after the Destiny show. You don't think I caught that interview and caught y'all call me short at least 5 times, right? Okay. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something there, Chase. Let me tell you something. Was my height ever an issue when I was a 2-time collegiate All-American?
No, absolutely not.
It was not. Okay, that's it. Was my height ever an issue when I had over 100 college wins and over 200 high school wins? Was my height an issue there, Chase?
No.
No, okay then. All right, so why, when I step in that ring, after I put my blood, sweat, and tears to prepare, your first thing y'all want to talk about is my height? Now answer that question. Matter of fact, Chase, I'm done talking to you. Josh, answer that question.
You know, we've had a lot of fun on this show, and your height was a common theme of our show right after Destiny. And you saw in the clip. I mean, I don't want to bring this up, but the Clay Huna does have that Season of Excellence championship. So,
and you guys, you two brought me on this show. How you doing, Dad? That's my dad. You two brought me on this show and decided to show a clip of me getting pinned and expect me to come here lollygagging all happy talking to y'all two. That's what y'all want me to do?
Well, you don't have to lollygag. I mean, you could just.
Asking you, Chase, Josh.
I mean, you can lollygag all you want. I mean, we're gonna get through this, whether whether it's gonna be peaceful or not. So.
All right. Now that I got that off my chest, the floor is yours, Josh.
Well, Chase and I both appreciate you taking the time out, whether it's happy or not. We are extremely excited to promote Kansas and Missouri wrestling, and you are one of the up-and-coming wrestlers here in our area. So we definitely have been excited to get you on here. So, Chase, I'm going to let you lead off the interview, as you always do.
Absolutely. Tobias, I start off all these interviews by asking, for you to tell us and the viewers, who is Tobias Storm?
Well, Chase, that's easy, man. Tobias Storm is the greatest thing you have ever seen. I'm going to start off by saying I strike men quicker than lightning, all right? I'm going to take you out the game faster than a hurricane. You know this face, and you know my name. Josh, say it.
Tobias! I'll get that eventually.
He's going to get it better sooner or later.
So, Tobias, let's kind of peel it back just a little bit. Tell us how you first broke into professional wrestling.
You see, so I was always a competitive person. I did all the sports growing up in high school and college, and when I got out of college, I wanted to keep on doing stuff, and I wanted to put my personality in it more. I wanted to shine that way because. In wrestling, I loved wrestling in college. It was one of my favorite things. But in wrestling in college, you don't have time to break out in song and dance. You get out there and you're just wrestling. Here, I have time to talk more. And I was told I talk a lot throughout my whole life. So it's good that I can finally use it and be able to show out, talk, and show my athleticism at the same time. Entertaining people is just something I love to do.
So, Tobias, let me ask you, who do you pull inspiration from in your in-ring styles?
Oh, the greatest wrestler of all time, Hard Luck Hal. Hard Luck Hal Lodgers right there. That boy right there, inspiration. From the trash talking to having the greatest powerbomb of all time. And he's also a product of the greatest school in the world, Extreme Wrestling Center. Come on. Plug that real quick. There it is.
I like it. Absolutely. What about your out of ring style? The brash, the cockiness, like the will to, no matter what you say, you can back it up. Did you pull that from somebody? Or do you take little tidbits from somebody? Or is that 1,000% Tobias Storm?
Didn't your grandma ever tell you not to ask about the secret ingredients? Don't worry about that, man. No, I'm 100% me 100% of the time.
I like it. I like it.
So, we saw you at XWE in Leavenworth for New Year's Beatdown. We also saw you at Destiny at Soccer Nation. We did a watch along, which we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But kind of tell us, where have you been, in the professional wrestling world? Have you just stuck around the Kansas, Missouri area, or how far do you travel to do this thing?
So far, I've been to places in Kansas, places in Illinois. As you can see, Josh, you're not the only one with a championship by your side. I want to get that out there as that's the IWA light heavyweight champion.
I bought mine. I didn't earn it, so there's a difference there. But go ahead.
You said it, not me. But that was in Mount Vernon, Illinois. I went there. Obviously, XWE in Kansas, other places. I finally got my Missouri license, so all these promotions in Missouri, hey, they better look out because Tobias is going to make a name for himself.
Hell yeah.
I like it. Being familiar with the area, is there anyone in Kansas or Missouri that you have yet to work with that you would love to?
Oh, I've been waiting for this question because I thought about this for a while now, and I hope he's watching because that boy, the Infinite, he's been dodging me lately, and he may be the Metro champion, but that's because he hasn't been in the ring with me yet. Josh, let him know my name again.
That would Tobias.
Oh my God! Well, he's getting better as time goes on.
Damn it! I'm gonna get the A+ sooner or later.
All right, so you heard it here, guys. KCXW, book Tobias Storm versus Ryan Gingell, the Infinite. Let's make that match happen.
Yeah, that's worth the price of admission just for that match. So
most definitely.
Hell yeah!
I would pay $20 for that.
So let's talk about that match you sent in, or you submitted for the watch along. You teamed up with, and I'm gonna butcher this guy's name, Aries, and you took on El Diablo and La Mascara. Kind of talk about that match, how that came to be, and kind of walk us through that whole match.
So Aries, he's in the PWI 500. He made the list. He's a really good wrestler, and it was an honor to be in the same ring as him. I wasn't even supposed to be in that match. I was supposed to be in a whole different match, but things happen and people get moved around. Next thing I know, I'm in that match with that fool El Diablo and Las Mascara, and it was just really cool to be Ernie in here for as long as I've been in here and already work in a whole different style like that. And not only that, but entertaining these fans that didn't really come there to see me, but they end up cheering with me or booing with me. And it was just, I sent it to you guys because it was one of my favorite matches that I've ever did. It may not have been the one where I talk the most or the one where I'm doing the most cool stuff, but sharing the ring with those two legends and another star that's also trying to build like I am, it was really cool to do that.
Yeah, we definitely enjoyed it. Tobias, what are your goals in the business?
Well, you want my 5-year plan?
Yeah, why not?
I got you. So year 1, I'm going to take over Missouri. All right. Year 2, I'm taking over the rest of the Midwest. Year 3, I'm taking over the United States. Year 4, I'm taking over the world. Now, I don't know if you want to hear year 5, because year 4, I'm already at the top of my game. So my goal is to keep on putting on great matches and keep on entertaining people. And the storm is brewing, Willie. Don't worry. It's still going. We going everywhere, all right? My goal is what I do here in Midwest, I want to be able to do in Florida. What I do in Florida, I want to be able to do in California. When I do that there, I want to be able to do it in Maine. I want everybody to know my name. Josh, say it again.
Tobias.
He's just not getting better, is he?
Chase, I'm gonna pass it to you this time, man. Maybe one of these days I'm gonna get it. Tell us, this is kind of an off-the-cuff question, not really a planned question, but tell us, if you were not a professional wrestler, what do you think you'd be doing today?
Josh, I went to school for communications. If I wasn't a professional wrestler, I'll be like YouTube dweebs and have a podcast right now, just talking on that the whole time. Either way, my voice was going to get heard. So.
Absolutely.
Wait a second. You can actually get paid for doing shit like this?
Damn. We gotta get it on that.
I thought this was an expensive hobby.
So this weekend, you're at KCXW New Year's Bash, Lynn, Missouri. You are going to team up with the Marksmen, and you're going to take on Ready to Smash.
Actually,
kind of Ready to Smash.
Yeah. It's just one half of Ready to Smash now.
Yeah. And then, so just kind of promote this event. What can we expect from you and the Marksman?
Oh.
And then, go ahead.
You done talking now?
I'm done.
Right.
Your floor is yours, sir.
I'm still going. All right. Anyway, so what's cool about me and Marksman is we're both from Michigan. Not many people know that. So I already know that we're already better than our competition because Michigan breeds great people and Missouri breeds cows. So we're already that much better than our competition. Now, don't get me wrong. Bully Smasher has been a thorn in my side for the longest. And, I mean, he's a veteran in the game. He has every right to be as good as he is. And David Catton, that boy is smooth. He is smooth in the ring. But the thing is, me and Marksman we're the immovable object and the unstoppable force. And we're teaming up together. That's beyond me.
Yep,
yeah.
And you're both shooters.
Oh, so we're both definitely shooters. And that's my dad right there.
This is your dad, Dean Houston?
We're both shooters. That's another thing we have in common. Our wrestling backgrounds, our likes and dislikes, our way we wrestle in the ring. You would be a fool to miss this battle going on in Lynn, Missouri. Are you guys going?
We're not going.
Fools. All right.
We are. But we have been promoting it, and if you are anywhere near the Lynn, Missouri area, you would be remiss not to go to this event. So definitely check this out. KCXW puts on hell of a shows every time they have events. So we were at Destiny, so we know all about it. So go check them out. Prodigy. Oh, we got Alan Jones in the chat.
Oh,
maybe Tobias could use a prodigy to help guide him.
Who is that? CM Punk? Who's talking to us right now?
Good. So Tobias, what other ventures and bookings do you have going on in the next few weeks?
So I have this weekend at KCXW. We're going to Lynn. Next weekend I'll be in Salina, Kansas with XWE as the main attractions take over that. And then after that, I'll be in IWA on the 28th.
So just to talk to you about XWE a little bit, I find it absolutely insane that there is that much talent on one team. Like you and Calvin Aldridge alone, is just, I mean, that's Goku. That's Goku 9000, bro. And then to add those other two guys there, it's just that's insane. That's crazy.
We tried telling them it's unfair that you put us all on one team, but hey, we're not the ones we got to worry about. So,
tell our friends Valencia E-Paz that the I-70 hot tag said, "Suck it, bitch."
Look, hey, Valencia E-Paz, I want y'all to know these two fools right here. Oh, I'm training them. They gonna step in the ring. And they gonna challenge you two, and it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Stop. Tobias, knock that off before I kick you. Before I kick you off the screen,
I got you.
I'm gonna boot you off.
Oh, that's great. Do you have any merchandise that anybody can purchase outside of live events?
Not right now. Not right now. But it's in the works, and when it comes out, it's going to be amazing. And that guy right there is an idiot. That is a complete idiot right there. And there's another idiot. You guys just got a whole bunch of idiots on here. That is crazy.
Tobias, where can we find you on social media, sir?
All right. You can follow me on Instagram at swag_daddycaptain. You can see me on Facebook. What you laughing at? You can see me on Facebook as Tobias Storm. Matter of fact, I said it wrong. You can see me on Facebook as Josh. Say it.
Tobias.
Hold on.
Come on. You got to
see
give
me on Facebook as Tobias Storm. All right.
There you go.
And that's all I'm on right now. Big Daddy T don't be on the internet like that.
I will say there is another Tobias Storm on Instagram, and I clearly tagged the wrong one. There's Bully Smasher.
No, it's an idiot. That's what that is.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! You guys need a block button. It just gets more and more.
Yeah, this is like he's like a bunion. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus.
Boys like herpes. He shows up at the wrong times and stays.
Listen, Angel, we will be seeing you very, very soon.
I'm
okay?
training these two. They are going to challenge.
Knock that off. Knock that off. We left him an alternative. We said, listen, you can either give me a few months to get ring ready, because it's been well over a decade, or you can
we take this off the
face
screen?
it.
Why is that still there?
You can face a tag team of our choosing. So that's being worked out right now.
Okay, all right. It's gonna be you two, right? That's what we're ready for.
Alan Jones says you never wrestled him and you never will.
I don't even know who that is. Anyway, tell Alan Jones I'll see him soon. Tell everybody in this area and every other area that y'all in to line up at my door. I live at 567. Your ass is mine.
You had me scared there for a second. I was like, is this motherfucker really about to put his address on TV? Oh, all right.
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up this interview portion. If you've seen any of our show or saw the intro, we always like to end every interview with telling people to, and I don't think I have to tell you this, to ramp up the gimmick just a little bit. And say, this is Tobias Storm. You're watching.
Josh, who is this?
This is I can't embarrass myself anymore.
Chase, who is this?
Tobias Storm.
Oh my God!
Hey, I tried. At least I tried. So, what we'll do is, if you're cool with that, we'll take ourselves off screen, and once you get the full screen.
And I say, this is Tobias Storm, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag podcast.
I-70 Hot Tag, yep. Yeah, don't say podcast. Well, you don't have. You can say podcast if you want to.
I won't say podcast. Just in case you got really scared, Josh. I won't say it.
All right.
This is the one, the only Tobias Storm, and you're watching I-70 Hot Tag.
I like it.
Love it.
I like it. Drew Chandler wants to know. He says, ask Tobias about the daughter of Rey Mysterio.
Why would you ask me that?
I have no idea. I wanted to get that in there real quick, and I figured it was an inside thing between you and Drew. All right. My bad. Bengals versus Lions in the Super Bowl. Oh, wait.
Hey, chill out. That's not funny.
I noticed that. At XWE you were wearing a Detroit Lions hoodie.
That's my team. Detroit versus everybody.
Yeah, well, that's crazy, man. You're like the number 2 person I've ever met in my entire life who likes the Detroit Lions.
That must mean I'm the second coolest person you met in your entire life, Chase. That's what that means.
All right. Well, sir, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Lots of fun. Great things coming for you, my friend. Glad we were able to get you on here, and you're gonna have to come on again sometimes. You know, Josh and I are talking about. We got this new format we're doing on Monday nights, the Pit Stop. We're watching shows of, watching matches of our guests on Thursday. And we've talked about bringing in wrestlers to do the watch-alongs, as long as it's not their match. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm down. Love watching wrestling. I appreciate you guys having me too. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Absolutely. And for good time stakes, Tobias!
That's what I'm talking about, Chase. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, Josh.
Tobias!
That was probably his best one, though.
I'll give you that.
I got 3 kids under 4 years old upstairs asleep, so I probably just woke all 3 of them up. So.
Yeah, Josh is about to get his ass whipped by his wife.
My wife's like, what the fuck is he yelling?
All right.
Appreciate it, Tobias.
Absolutely, sir. Have a good night.
You as well.
All right. Brian J. Bebe says, Alan Jones, I used to like you. # Chiefs Kingdom. Drew Chandler says, yeah, Tobias, next time let me know if there's an ugly sweater contest. And Tobias knows the inside joke about Aaliyah Mysterio. He doesn't want to face it. Okay? Chase, I'm going to kick you if I hear that again from you. Poor kids. And then hashtag hot tag country. Again, appreciate Hunter Dillon with the raid tonight. Right as we started, it's timed perfectly. Like right as the entrance video went off, here comes Hunter in. Guys, that was Tobias Storm. Like Josh mentioned, one of the up and coming, hot wrestlers in the Kansas City metro area. And as you've heard from Tobias, he's been to Illinois, he's been to Kansas, just got licensed in Missouri, so he's going to be wrestling a lot more in Missouri. So that's awesome. Can't wait to see Tobias, kicking around here in the Missouri area. Hope you guys enjoyed the interview as much as Josh and I did. Always entertaining when we get to do stuff like that. And guys, as you know, this is the part of the show where we take a 5-minute intermission. So go get yourself a drink, go use the restroom, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you're back within 5 minutes. Otherwise, Josh will be by himself. That was my memo, not yours. And guys, if you guys can, make sure you check out the video during the intermission. It's got a lot of cool stuff on there, a lot of upcoming events. Also, an ad from our official sponsor, Big Daddy's Donuts. If you are not a donut person, you haven't had Big Daddy's Donuts yet. So make sure you watch that ad. It'll make you hungry for some donuts.
We have also, just to throw this out there, we've also booked another guest that you guys have not seen yet on this break video as well. So stay tuned for the upcoming guest section of that mid-show break, because we do have a new a guest we haven't announced yet. So
absolutely.
All right, guys, we will see you guys in 5 minutes.
Welcome back, everybody, to the I-70 Hot Tag. I am your host, Chase, CR Media. This is my co-host, Josh, the real Josh Elliott. We just got done interviewing Tobias Storm, young up-and-coming wrestler in the Kansas City area. Lots of fun. If you missed that interview, make sure you go check out the video on demand on YouTube, or I think Facebook might have it as well. Wherever you can watch the video on demand. And then also stay tuned a couple of days. We'll have the podcast version uploaded so you can listen to it on the road this weekend. If you're driving to Central Missouri or Central Kansas for a wrestling show, this perfect time, perfect thing to do would be to pop in the I-70 Hot Tag on the old car radio and listen to it on the way there.
Yeah, so just wanted, before we kick off this XWE breakdown, I wanted to kind of say, you saw we have Adrian Surge on the February 9th episode of the I-70 Hot Tag. You notice there's nobody on the second, and that's because we are in the process of working on booking somebody for the second. So that is not official yet. Hopefully we'll get this finalized and we'll be able to announce that guest on the second. Also, I mean, we've already wanted us to give a shout out. We did it before the break. Shout out to our sponsor, Big Daddy Donuts. They've got 2 locations, one in Raymore, one in Belton. They've also got one in the gas station here, the Gulf in Raymore as well. So if you're in South Kansas City, man, this is a delicious donuts. If you guys are in that area, go stop by, give them a shout. Tell them your friends at the I-70 Hot Tag sent you.
Now, I don't know what ever became of it, but if you remember when Garth Brooks just a couple years ago it might have been a few years ago, he did the anniversary tour back here to Kansas City.
I was there at Arrowhead. Yeah.
So when they did the press conference to make the announcement for that, somebody in the crowd had recommended that he try Big Daddy's Donuts. Like I said, I don't know whatever came of that, but like I said, it is not extremely uncommon for people to be big fans of Big Daddy's Donuts, and of course, why not? It's absolutely delicious.
After the best, like Willie Hendricks, you don't need anyone after you have the best next week, the superstar Steve Fender. I agree. I agree. I am a huge fan of Superstar Steve, as you all know, and Chase knows. Been a fan of him. He was probably my first favorite independent wrestler. Saw him back in high school at Harrisonville. It was at their high school, I believe. They WLW had an event. Saw him. Saw Wade Chisholm. Harley Race. Met Harley Race there. So it was a very fun event. So can't wait to talk to him next week.
Also, Monday on the pit stop, we will be, relaxing, kicking back, watching some wrestling. We will have a backup plan in case, but we are going to try and watch a Facebook feed of the Deal with the Steel from CSW 20 years ago, or 16 years ago, sorry, where it was Superstar Steve, Derek Stone, Michael Strider against the Girthy Management Group, Wade Chisholm, Jeremy Wyatt. So very.
Pipe Gotti.
Yep, Pipe Gotti. So it's going to be a very interesting. Going to be lots of fun on Monday night. If you guys aren't doing anything, like I said, the pit stop. We'll be hanging out, watching that match. Like I said, we'll have some backup matches of Superstar Steve just in case that doesn't work out. But that's the one we're hoping to watch. And what was that? What was that? A 45-minute thing? Put that user in timeout.
Yep.
That's when you know you've made it on YouTube, Josh. This is when you get the porn bots jumping in the comments. That's when you know you've made it. So,
oh my God. Anyway,
on our way, buddy. On our way. So yeah, guys. Like I said, we're going to watch. I have watched that match a couple of times since Deal with the Steel with this year, or in December. I mean, with the Howlets and the premiere. I like the match. It gets really violent. So it's not for the faint of heart. So definitely bring your iron stomach.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be lots of fun. Like I said, we're gonna try and stream that on Facebook, see how it works. If not, like I said, we'll find some other Superstar Steve matches to go through. So.
Yeah, he's two-time WLW champion. He's won the tag titles multiple times. He's holding the title right now for New Breed. So we'll find a match of his that we will watch. But I hope
beat Moses who was the longest reigning WLW champion in WLW history.
Yep.
So
that
just,
might be
just
the
beat him at
plan.
at the end of November. So
yep.
Let's get into this New Year's, this XWE New Year's Beatdown review that had those two clowns, Valencia y Paz, there. So for anybody that doesn't know, for anybody who maybe missed the show or missed the tidbits, afterwards when we were breaking down the card for XWE New Year's Beatdown, we had made some jokes, and rightfully so, about Dick Richards being the KWA, the Kansas Wrestling Alliance Women's Champion, and him walking around with that title and acting like it was his championship, when it indeed it's not. Other members of the Empire, Valencia y Paz, jumped in the comments and tried to ruffle some feathers. And that's what they got. They got some feathers ruffled. So we showed up to the XWE event with our table, and they still kept trying to ruffle some feathers. So Josh had enough, and Josh made a comment on Facebook after they tried to berate us on Facebook that Josh jumped the gun a little bit, and that's all right. Josh said, "You know what? Book it. The I-70 hot tag versus Valencia y Paz." I sent a counter offer because it's hard for me to get out of bed, much less get into a ring. So I sent a counter offer. I said, how about we do this? Anywhere in the KWA that they want to do it. It doesn't have to be XWE. It could be anywhere in the KWA. A tag team of our choosing versus them. They accepted. So we are waiting to work out the details, and we will have more as that comes. But
this would be the perfect opportunity for the ownership and for Duncan Curtis to kind of revive PCW, Prairie Championship Wrestling. I'm not saying they're dead. I'm just saying they haven't ran a show for a very long time. Revive that PCW, bring them back for a show, and let's have it, man. Valencia E-Paz versus a tag team of the I-70 Hot Tag's behalf. Let's do it. Come on, KWA. We're here. Yep. Valencia agrees to it. Let's get this book, man. Let's
I think we've got somebody who's going to bite on this, and it's not PCW. I think we've got somebody who's going to bite. But like I said, it doesn't matter. I've laid the challenge out there, and hey, you know what? If we run it somewhere, we'll run it another place. Doesn't matter. You put a price tag on it, and I'll watch a tag team of our choosing beat the shit out of Valencia E-Paz any day of the week. So, like I said, you can only push somebody so far. That's fine. We are on the hunt for this tag team. When we find this tag team, you guys here at the I-70 Hot Tag will be the first to know about it, and we will let you guys know. But, yep, disrespectful is all get out. Ray Leon over the rest of the so-called empire. I agree, Hunter.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Ray Leon does not agree with us. So,
yeah. He's against us in this whole thing. So,
yep, he is. He likes us, but he's I'm sure he likes his co-workers in Valencia E-Paz better. So,
yeah. So speaking of Valencia E-Paz, they were the opening bout of New Year's Beatdown, and they faced the team of the Bully Smasher, we've seen in KCXW many times, and a wrestler known as Kyle King.
Indeed.
And before we get into this match, let's talk about Kyle King for a second. When the Bully Smasher and Kyle King came to the ring, I was cheering, as we all were, because we all want, and Brian J. Bebe knows, we all were cheering as we all wanted to see Valencia E-Paz. You guys are distracting me heavily right now with all these tag teams coming in. I love it. Motor City Machine Guns, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. So anyway, like I said, when they were coming to the ring, they were I was cheering as everybody else were, because they all wanted to see Valencia E-Paz get their asses kicked. Bully Smashers coming around, tagging everybody's hand, whatever. And then I see Kyle King like walking through the crowd, completely opposite of the ring, into a corner, and he just disappears for a couple seconds. And I'm like, what is he doing? And then he comes back around, and then sits down in the crowd next to some fans and just sits there for a minute, and then finally reluctantly climbs into the ring. And man, what a character Kyle King is.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think we've seen him live before. You and I both were talking about this,
his antics seemed very familiar.
Yes, beer money. Ricky and Kerry Morton. We have a lot to choose from. A lot of great choices out there. But yes, Kyle. I don't know what it was. I mean, it was very entertaining. It was very hilarious. I don't know if that's always his shtick, or if that was something that he was doing for one night, or or what the case was, but there was a lot of entertainment that went into that. So,
it was.
He wrestles a lot at KCXW, which maybe we saw him. Did we see him at the?
You know what? We may have seen him at Destiny.
Was it?
He may have been in that. Speaking of which, now that I'm thinking about it, he may have been in that 4-way match with Burt Candy. It might have been Kyle King. I forget who won that match, but that might have been the right after intermission. Because, like I said, his antics seemed very, very familiar. And that now that you say that, and speaking of KCXW and Kyle King, yeah, Dean Houston says Destiny. So it was Destiny. We saw him. I saw a graphic. So I followed him on Instagram, and I went back and I was looking at some of his older posts. He had a banner from KCXW posted on his I don't know, it was from 2015, I think it was. Now I was not creeping and going back many years. He does not post very much on Instagram, so it was like one scroll down. I'm at 2015.
Creepy.
Anyway,
you CLB, you creepy little bastard.
I wasn't creeping, but he had a post of KCXW, and the Royal Bloods, the Regal Twins, were on that post. So I had no idea the Regal Twins were part of KCXW and the XWC. And that's awesome, because they are a fantastic tag team that I wish still wrestled in the Kansas City area. I don't know if they wrestle at all anymore.
They don't.
I don't think they do. Logan, Sterling Regal, they were a fantastic. They were up there with Grindhouse. I would absolutely love when Grindhouse, or I guess it was the Besties back then, the Besties versus the Regal Twins. They were, I mean, epic encounters. So
speaking of NWL, not to spend too much time promoting the pit stop, but we're the NWL video library is still up on the NWL's YouTube page. So Josh and I, one of the things that Josh and I will be doing on weeks when our guests, there's a short match for our guest or something like that, we'll be watching old NWL episodes and stuff like that. So, like I said, going to be lots of fun. But yeah, I'm glad that Dean clarified, because that was one of the things that was kind of interesting. I was like, I've seen Kyle King before, and I knew it was in a battle royal of Esk or maybe a fatal 4-way where you didn't get to see a whole lot. But yeah, Brian J says they were wrestling in California for NJ New Japan Pro Wrestling. Last I heard, I went to go look for him when we started this pod, like shortly into the time that we started this podcast, and I couldn't find him. So
I mean, I follow one of them. I think it was Sterling on Instagram, and he posts a lot of gym photos, but I don't see any wrestling stuff. So. I don't know if he's wrestling or not. Anyway, the match, Bully Smasher and Kyle King were defeated, unfortunately, by the Empire's Valencia E. Paz. So Valencia gets the W to start off the show. So
absolutely, and obviously not without any shenanigans, because Valencia E. Paz couldn't win a match without shenanigans. So
as always,
as always. So the next match on the card was Morgan LeVay against Kelsey Magnolia. As you saw in the promo from last week, and we saw in person, Kelsey Magnolia is not a fan of Leavenworth, Kansas.
No.
Understandable. It's a city full of prisons. Obviously not very many anymore, but I guess it's kind of cool to be like, hey, like Leavenworth, like all those prisons. Michael Vick used to be there, like, I mean, I guess, but Like I said, Kelsey was not a fan, but it didn't matter. She couldn't overcome Morgan. Morgan got the win. Very solid match. Very cool to see that that there is still women's wrestling going on. Good women's wrestling going on in Kansas and Missouri area. Would love to see that expand more into Missouri, especially into the Kansas City area. Let's give Shy Lynn some fucking competition, guys.
Yeah, she's running roughshod over the entire, I don't say women's division, but she's,
because
there's not much competition for her.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. You mentioned that Morgan LeVay at the beginning of this match said, "Are you guys ready for some women's wrestling?" And, knowing me, I'm a big women's wrestling fan, and we don't see that in Kansas City, especially from
a whole lot.
Whole lot. Yeah, we see it a little bit, but
with like Journey Pro closing down, and just in the Kansas City area in general, like I said, Shy Lynn has run roughshod over what women she can, that she's had to start beating men's asses. So let's get him. Let's get some of the.
Dean knows she's already beat them both. I mean, but it was cool because I've heard a lot of good things about both these women. Kelsey Magnolia was one that I have heard a lot of good things about, and she didn't disappoint. I know she did come up a little bit short in this match, but I was very impressed with both those women, and they put on a good show, and I was very happy for both of them. So Morgan LeVay comes out with the dub. So very entertaining women's match for sure.
Absolutely. The next match, our guest that was just on, the main attraction, Tobias Storm with Calvin Aldridge, James Moore, and Leo D, took on Burt Cameron, Dredd Roberts, Simon Bale Song, and Craigar. And this was Craigar's first match that was not a Rumble. So
your boy Dredd Roberts, seeing him twice in the same 30-day span, that was kind of cool.
That was.
I don't know if there was a point in this match, main attraction did get the win over Burt, Dredd, Balisong, and Kargar, but I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, what I want to see what your thoughts on this, but there was a point in the match where they tagged Dredd into the match, and Dredd came in and did a few moves and went to go for a pin, but the referee called it off, and it looked like, now I'll tell you what, if it was not planned or scheduled or whatever, they did a hell of a job selling it, because it looked like the referee just didn't see the tag, and she completely made Dredd get out of the ring, and Dredd was like, "What are you talking?" Like, he played it up. I've never seen a non-tag referee spot like that. The referee and Dredd did a fantastic job there. So, yes, Dredd Roberts, team Rocky Mountain Pro. See, I didn't know he was. I didn't know he wrestled in Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, I didn't
know.
I'm able to catch like Rocky Mountain Pro like here or there. I'm not able to watch it every week just because of everything else I consume. Rocky Mountain Pro does put on, great shows. Obviously, Derek Stone and Malice Mayhem are there. There's
Ray
a bunch
Leon
of
is there.
Ray Leon as Craig. I forgot his name. I think it's his shoot name in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Oh, is it?
Craig? Yeah, Craig, like Craig Finley or Craig something like that. I'm sure Hunter knows, and Hunter can probably tell us. But like I said, there's a lot of guys, especially that Central Texas, area like Wichita and all that stuff that we saw. With UUCW, there was some Rocky Mountain Pro talent there that go through. So Hunter says, yeah, when I recognize someone who wrestles for Rocky Mountain, you'll know. Yeah, absolutely. But they do have some fantastic talent over there. So, and like I said, it kind of dripped. Obviously, Hoodie Howlett and I Howlett came from Rocky Mountain Pro. Dak Draper, the Mile High Magnum, came from that area. It's Craig Fairley. It's not Craig Finley. It's Craig Fairley. That's what it was.
Craig.
I'm pretty sure that's his shoot name too. So, Blade and Chance Kerrigan defeated Red James and the Spotlight Logan Knight. So, a little bit of a change of plans. You know, if you watched the show last week, we mentioned that it was billed that Chance Kerrigan was supposed to be in that tag match prior to this match. For whatever reason, there were some changes made, and it worked out. Red James, this was his. He came over and talked to us prior to the event. He's originally from Oklahoma. This was kind of like his first time, dwindling into that area, and I thought he did really well with it. He had signs printed out and placed on the seats that said "Shut up, Red," and the crowd ate that stuff up. So
yeah,
lots of entertainment.
When we talked to Red, nice guy, great guy. We talked to him about Oklahoma wrestling, Kansas wrestling, and when I looked at those signs that they had on every seat, almost.
Good night, Willie.
See you, Willie. Appreciate you joining in. When I saw those signs, I was like, what the hell? Why? And immediately, when he came through the ring, through that curtain and got that microphone, it was clear. Okay,
you knew why.
Flip that switch, from kayfabe, not from behind the scenes to in front of the camera, and I wanted to steal everybody's sign and start holding them up and start screaming. I was screaming at him, but definitely loves to hear himself talk, loves to yell in that microphone. So, and I was impressed, man. They both, and honestly, when we talking to him, I had no idea he was even going to step into the ring. I am very new to Red James, so I did not know who Red James was at that point in time. But he impressed me as well as Logan Knight did as well. So, but in the end, Blade came in, got that tag from Chance at the very end, solidified the win, got that slam, and got the 1, 2, 3. So Blade and Chance Kerrigan, who you're a big fan of Chance.
I am
at that dub. So Chance Kerrigan, I think, is going to be a future guest of the I-70 Hot Tag very soon. We just got to get that, work out some details.
Because he's got a certain look to him and a certain attitude and charisma. It reminds me a lot of I don't want to throw a big name out there because I don't want it to, sound, outrageous, but just like his style and his everything kind of reminds me of AJ a little bit. So like I said, I don't like throwing but that's the name I would choose. I don't know if I could dial it back a little bit, but like I said, I always hate using outrageous names because then people are like, oh, hey, did you just compare Chance Kerrigan to AJ Styles? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the way they work in the ring and their charisma and stuff reminds me of that. So that's what I attach on to. But yes, Paradox defeated Ray Leon by DQ. This was outrageous. Okay. All right. I love our referees. I think our referees do a fantastic job. I would never, it's not like our referees are the shits.
Right.
They are good. But man, I don't know what was going on in this match, but the referee watched this go on for 30 seconds to a minute before she was finally like, all right, I'm done. I'm ringing the bell. I'm like, what are you doing? Get these guys out of here.
Right.
Again, the guys that wear the flip-flops and the masks, Valencia E. Paz, Caca de Toro, come out to help Ray Leon try and cheat in this match. Not that Ray Leon needed any help. This is what's crazy to me. Ray's one of the best workers that I've ever seen. And the fact that he's only been doing this for a year, I mean, it's nuts. Love me some Ray Leon. But dude, you don't need that big dick Richards interfering, especially while he's holding his women's championship. You don't need those two clowns, Valencia and Paz. And then they come out, they put the table in the corner. Ray Spears Paradox to the table, and gets disqualified. And then all hell breaks loose after this match. We got Stormy Renee coming out and going after Dick Richards and Paradox and fighting off Ray and Valencia and just all kinds of just craziness after this match. But entertaining nonetheless. Very good match that Ray and Paradox put on. So
yes, and this was the first time that we had seen Stormy other than her at the merch table, and we promoted or talked about the card the previous week. And what's up, the Pro Wrestling Show? What's up, buddy? We talked about Stormy Renee and getting that, and we thought that she might be the one to answer Dick Richards' challenge laid out, that he has an open challenge for the women's championship. And this is the last time we're going to see Stormy, so I figured this would be the time to bring it up. That never happened. Dick Richards never came out to the ring and said, my open challenge is open and, my title is on the line. I will take on any challenger, like he said in his promo. So he's ducking and dodging yet again. And he got a taste a little bit when Stormy Renee came out and started beating the shit out of him a little bit. Because it's going to be Stormy. She's going to come back and she's going to get that title back. But Dick Richards just got to man up and put it on the line. And didn't happen. He did not. Right. He did not. He said he was going to. He didn't. And he unfortunately still has the women's championship around his shoulder. So
for now. Remington Roar defeated Christian Temple to retain the KWA Heartland title. This was Christian Temple, big Kansas City guy, came out, decked out in Chiefs gear and, took on Remington Roar. After the match, there was a little bit of animosity, obviously, because, Christian got beat, but, at the end they shook hands and exited the ring. So.
Yep. Yeah, no, I have, we saw Remington in UUCW, fantastic talent. So I think, and I like the Chiefs gear. I think at that point in time, the Chiefs had the game was already over. I think the Saturday night game was already on. So,
Yeah. I mean, you could kind of hear that they were watching it, when we got to the venue and, quite a few Raiders fans in attendance, which is weird.
Yeah.
I guess when you live in Leavenworth, never mind. I was gonna make a joke about Raiders fans all being in prison, but
yeah.
I wanted to. That's fine. We'll move on. Main event time: Kuda versus Joey Gambino. Who again was accompanied to the ring by Dick, and was fighting for the XWE Heavyweight Championship. Now Kuda was able to come out victorious on this. Very fun match to watch. Kuda is very entertaining, very agile for a bigger guy. Love seeing it, especially being a bigger guy myself. Kind of does give you a little bit of shred of hope. But no, anyway, Kuda did a fantastic job. Joey Gambino has already posted a rebuttal on social media. We'll have to get that. Maybe we'll do that when we talk some wrestling on Monday, or maybe next week's I-70 Hot Tag. But Joey Gambino is already looking to run it back. So we'll see what January 21st holds in Salina, Kansas.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And I will say, by far, not even close, Kuda got the biggest pop of the night. We can always say in CSW that Luigi Primo or the Howlets get that big pop, but Kuda, by far, when that music hit, that crowd went absolutely insane. And especially when he walked out of that curtain, I was like, man, like this guy is over like Rover in XWE. And that was my first seeing him in person. I've seen a lot of clips and got a lot of matches of him on the screen, but it was nice to see him in person. Did live stream the majority of that main event on our Instagram page. So hell of a match, man. Hell of a match. I was very impressed with both Kuda and Joey Gambino, really. Obviously not a fan of Dick, but, you know, and him being in the Empire. But, yeah, Kuda walks away. Still your XWE heavyweight champion. So
Yes. And for those who don't know, his name is Dick Richards. But per one of his clients, Ray Leon, who was on the show, Ray informed us that his name is actually Dick Richie Richards. And common knowledge, people who are named Richard go by Dick for short. Obviously, they don't anymore for obvious reasons. A lot of things have changed socially, so it's just not really, the thing to walk around with the name Dick. It's very, very rare. Robin, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, one of my favorite characters, comic book characters growing up. His name was Dick Grayson. Anyways, so the fact that his name is Dick Richie Richards, I changed it to 3 Dicks because it just fits. And just would be perfect if he has 3 Dicks in one name. So,
we do have a viewer, Kyle Humbird. He has not commented on the chat, but personally, he just sent me a message that says "Dick" ? Question mark.
That's why
there's
I addressed it.
Your explanation. Or there's your explanation.
Yeah, that's why I addressed it because I saw Kyle posted Dick. So yeah, that was New Year's Beatdown, guys. As we're making our way, and it's crazy because Josh and I have touched on this a million times. When we first started doing this, we thought, okay, we're going to cover the 2 or 3 promotions in Missouri, and we're going to cover maybe the 2 or 3 promotions in Kansas. And long behold, to our knowledge, that number has quadrupled. By all the different promotions that we are finding out that are in Kansas, are in Missouri, and the companies that have, from Nebraska that have reached out to us, the companies from Illinois that have reached out to us, Arkansas, Oklahoma. So, obviously this thing is big. So, there's no shortage of pro wrestling for you to go see, independent pro wrestling. And obviously we don't dabble in mainstream stuff, but if you have seen anything go on in mainstream this week, I'm not going to get into it, but what I will say is the uncertainty of the future in the mainstream stuff right now. The one thing that I can emphasize on this show is go support local wrestling. The shareholders don't care if you have a good time. The shareholders don't care if you're enjoying yourself. The shareholders don't care about professional wrestling. The shareholders care about their bottom dollar. And we've seen that this week. So all I would emphasize to you is that go support local wrestling. And with that being said, one of the local promotions that we are very fond of, St. Louis Anarchy. Josh, would you like to take this this announcement, sir?
Yeah, so it was just a couple days ago that they posted on their social media account, St. Louis Anarchy did, and they are bringing back a beloved wrestler in the in the country, really, but in the Midwest area. She was a former guest of the I-70 Hot Tag, and she just recently debuted in AEW. She was in Japan just recently, so she is making a name for herself very, very fast at a very, very young age. And there it is, guys. Billy Starks, by way of the Stars, returns to St. Louis Anarchy January 27th, Friday night, 2023. She returns to Anarchy. I don't believe, unless it's been posted in the last 12 hours, I don't believe that her match has been announced yet, but it has been announced that she is back in Anarchy. So I am obviously extremely excited for that. And they do stream their shows. If you guys are interested, for St. Louis Anarchy on YouTube, go follow their YouTube page at St. Louis Anarchy. They are no longer doing the Twitch deal with Journey to Anarchy, so go follow their YouTube page. They stream all of their shows there for free. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check out some great wrestling, man. Because if you like Journey Pro Wrestling, then this is your alternative. This is the equivalent of Journey Pro, just on the other side of the state. So go support them. Super excited for Billy Starks and can't wait to watch her in Anarchy.
Somebody earlier made a, when we were talking about tag teams, to whoop up on Valencia y Paz, somebody said, I wish the Motor City Machine Guns were available. Well, they may not be available for what me and Josh were talking about beating up Valencia y Paz, but they will be available in St. Louis on March 18th for Grandel Wrestling when they take on Grindhouse, Matt Fitchett, and Davey Vega. This show is going to be extremely cannot wait for this show. Yes, they had a match announcement. They're just adding to this card, guys. For those that missed, if you have not seen Glory Pro, make sure you go check out Glory Pro, guys. Fight TV is $4.99 a month. $4.99 a month. Okay, that's it. $4.99 a month for for Fight TV, for their service. You get GCW, you get House of Glory, a lot of that East Coast independent wrestling scene, plus Glory Pro is on there. So instead of going to YouTube and watching it now, you can watch it on Fight TV with the humongous library of professional wrestling that Fight TV has. Guys, it's $4.99. If you tell me you don't have $4.99 to spend on quality fucking wrestling across the board, I want you to show me your subscriptions, and I'll tell you the 10 that you can delete that would equal up to more than $4.99 for Fight TV. Yep. So, like I said, great show. But if you missed Glory Pro, I will let you know. Anarchy, Brian J. Bebe just said that Anarchy is on Fight TV too now.
So are they no longer doing YouTube? Interesting. I did not know that. That's news to me.
Yep. And we needed to watch never know who might be on there, just saying. Absolutely. NWA. Exactly. NWA is on Fight TV. But NWA has like a premium tier that you pay for separately on Fight TV. Per Pollo Del Mar, who was jumped in on bad booking a couple weeks ago, they mentioned that NWA is on YouTube for free on Thursday or Friday nights. So make sure you check that out. But guys, with that being said, Grandel Wrestling announced the match. If you missed Glory Pro, Tootie Lynn was having a match, and then afterwards, Missa Kate came through, attacked Tootie Lynn, setting up this match for Grandel Wrestling, and it's going to be Missa Kate versus Tootie Lynn at St. Louis versus the World on March 18th, 2023. So, like I said, definitely, guys, if you are in the area, I mean, I'm driving. Josh and I are driving 5 hours for this. So,
yep, we'll be there.
We will be there.
100%.
Yes.
But this is awesome because when I so
give me one. You go ahead. I'm gonna step away for a second to let this dumb dog out.
You're good. What I was gonna say was when I pulled the clips for the intro video, I had to mute him because he's about ready to yell at his dog. When I pulled the intro video for Grandel Wrestling, you can see the clip of Dak Draper versus Moses the Deliverer, and when it pans back, you see WrestleMax KC or St. Louis, WrestleMax STL, the ring. Now they're also incorporating Glory Pro with a storyline for Grandel. So it looks like there's 3 companies, Glory Pro, WrestleMax, and Grandel, all 3 kind of working interchangeably in the St. Louis area. So Missa Kate came in, interfered, or attacked Tootie Lynn at the end of her match at Glory Pro. This sets up this match for Grandel, which is going to feature the Motor City Machine Guns versus Grindhouse. So I can't wait for this event. Chase and I, like he said, we're going to make that trip down there. We're going to attend Grandel. It's crazy that we've attended a Glory Pro event. We're going to attend a Grandel event, and we still have not gone to Anarchy yet. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of good wrestling in St. Louis. So
yes. You know what here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that St. Louis Anarchy runs an event on March 17th.
Whew.
That's what I'm hoping. If St. Louis does St. Louis Anarchy have their calendar out?
They do, and I don't think they are. They did post just recently that they pushed everything back 1 month, at least the next 2 events. I don't think they run another event until April, after this January show. It was going to be March, but I think they moved the March show to April, and then the May show to June, I think is what they said.
Yeah, well, it says TBA after this event. It says TBA for March 31st. So,
okay, so a lot of good stuff, man.
Did I not mute my mic?
You did not. I muted it for you right as you got up because I heard you start yelling. I said, "Let me mute him before."
That's fine.
Before we hear something you don't want us to hear. But. Yeah, man. So I'm excited. Tootie Lynn is a top women wrestler here in our area. So I'm super excited to see her.
Team Ambition does a lot of great stuff. So very, very, very excited for Tootie Lynn. So
7 or 8 shows. Is that Anarchy, Brian? Is that what you're talking about? 7 or 8 shows. I know that when they first originally did their calendar, it was every other month. With the exception of the Dingo. They did 2 events in 2 days, and they skipped a couple. So,
well, since they're not running the show until March 31st, that's only 6 shows. I mean, if you count the Dingo as one event, it's 6.
It's 6. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, guys, if you're in the St. Louis area, make sure you check out Grandel Wrestling. For viewers that aren't very familiar with Grindhouse, Yeah, you're in for a treat, especially right now where Davey Vega's at in his career. To watch Fitchett and Vega step in the ring and go against Motor City Machine Guns, it's going to be a treat. I recommend if you are a wrestling fan and you are in the area, the radius of St. Louis. I've said this a million times on this show when this match was announced less than a month ago. Yeah. I mean,
if you're in a 300-mile radius of St. Louis, you need to be at this event.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I'll buy our tickets next week. So
let's do it.
I'm buying tickets next week, and we're gonna have lots of fun. I'll have new video equipment and mic equipment, so we can do the whole shebang. So I'm excited, cannot wait. But yeah, guys, go check out Grandel Wrestling. Get you some tickets. Hit the road. If you need a ride, let me know. I'll pick you up. I got a big back seat, so that's not gonna be any issues. But moving back from St. Louis to the Kansas City area, let's talk about this weekend. KCXW's New Year's Bash in Lynn, Missouri. As we back up to Kansas City, talk about KCXW, we're going to go a little bit forward again to Lynn, Missouri. Let's break down this card, brother.
Yeah. So first match on the card, we kind of already mentioned Shy Lynn a couple times this episode, but she will be taking on Angel Shea at New Year's Bash. Now, if you're keeping up with Saturday Slam, and I know you are,
yes.
Is Shy Lynn getting a little bit of a mean streak in her? Is she turning?
Yeah, she's so long story short, Angel Shea has pushed their limits, and Shy Lynn is getting sick of it. So Shy Lynn made the comment. I don't know I think it was on social media where Shy Lynn said, "I'm sick of being the good guy." So I'm sick of Angel. So I think, and that sucks, dude. You're gonna let Shooter Shy Lynn get a mean streak? Bruh. All right. Yeah. Not the brightest idea, but if that's what you want. Hold up, Chase, man, you have a big back seat, bro. I don't know if you've seen my back seat. I got a big back seat.
But yes, Shy Lynn versus Angel Shea. Gonna be a great match. Can't wait to see that. Next match, man. This is this is in no particular order. The next match is going to be guest of last week. The prodigy Alan Jones is going to be in a triple threat match. We talked to him about this on Monday against James Moore and Blair Dior. We did not do. You know what? Let's just do this real quick. Let's go back to this before we get ahead of ourselves. Shy Lynn versus Angel Shea. Let's do predictions. Who you got?
Shy Lynn.
I 100% agree with you. Let's jump ahead before we break this one down. Alan Jones, James Moore, Blair Dior. Who you got in this one?
Man. All three exceptionally talented guys. I don't think it's Blair Dior's time yet. Not that that's not knocking anything about Blair Dior. I made the comment that one day you're going to see Blair Dior and Calvin Aldridge main event a KCXW event for the KCXW Championship. No doubt. But I don't think it's Blair Dior's time yet. James is a damn good worker. I've seen him at the Kansas City Wrestling Academy, and we know how good Alan Jones is and can be. So with that being said, here's what I think is going to happen. I think that Alan Jones is going to steal this match. It's going to be triple threat rules. So remember, and I could totally just see Alan Jones doing it as soon as one of them's down, he's going to push the other one out of the ring, kick the other one out of the ring, and then roll the other one up for a pin. So I see the prodigy Alan Jones stealing this victory. 1, 2, 3. So
I like it. So. I'm going to go against you on this one. And I'm going to say I like that theory that Alan Jones is going to attempt to push Blair Dior out of the ring after he hits his finisher on James Moore. Nothing against James Moore, but I think that's going to he's not going to be successful at it, and Blair is going to get Alan Jones, hit him, and Blair Dior is going to take the victory in this match. So
I like it.
I'm going Blair Dior. Alan, it's going to look like Alan Jones is going to take it, but Blair Dior stops it and gets the dub. So
hell yeah, I love it. I'm cool with it either way. Like I said, if I had to make a prediction, that would be mine. But I love yours. The next match on the docket, we've got Daniel Maxon versus the Clay Huna for the Season of Excellence Championship. It's not a contest for me, man. It's not a debate. I'm taking the Clay Huna all day. Get Daniel Maxi Pad out of there.
I'm with you on this as well. I think Clay Huna takes it. I think it's going to be a good match, but I think Clay Huna keeps his Season of Excellence championship. I do. I posted this on TikTok. I think they're saying anytime the Clay Huna is in the ring for KCXW, that Season of Excellence is on the line. So they're using this much like the WCW television title, where it's virtually on the line every week. Now, obviously, Clay Huna isn't going to wrestle every Saturday Slam, but every time the Clay Huna is in the ring, he's going to take he's going to defend that title. My question is, why can't Daniel Maxon at least look forward in this graphic? I mean, he's looking off to the side. He don't give a shit, right? I mean, this kind of
what do you think?
It's his personality, right? So
yeah.
Clay Huna's going to take this one and keep that Season of Excellence title that he won at Destiny against who? Chase?
Tobias!
My wife never did once message me or yell down to me, so I wasn't that loud. Probably why he was giving me shit. So
probably.
But yeah, Clay Huna takes a win for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next match. This one's kind of a this is one we talked about with our guest tonight, man. This is Tobias Storm teaming up with the Marksman against still dubbed Ready to Smash, the Bully Smasher, and I know his name's Daniel. I don't know his last name, but Daniel is going to team up with the Bully Smasher, not Jay Savage.
Is it Daniel or David?
It might be David. It starts with a D. I know that.
Okay.
Anyway, it's Ready to Smash against the Marksman and Tobias Storm. To me, again, same thing as the previous match. I don't think it's a contest. I think Tobias Storm and the Marksman come in and take this victory, walk out with the win.
Yeah, I mean, let's put some old school, not old school, but let's put some psychology behind this. You've got the Marksman, who retired a wrestler, prior, at Destiny. It was a win or go home match. Marksman won, so he's coming off of a big win. You've got Tobias Storm, who's coming off of a very, very, very big loss, but it's a close match for that Season of Excellence Championship, and Tobias was very, very close to winning and becoming that champion. So Tobias has no loss in his momentum. He's still going. And then you've got Ready to Smash, taking nothing away from Bully Smasher, but guys, like I said, not taking anything away from Bully Smasher, but there's no Jay Savage here. He's, like I said, it's him and that guy. So, like I said, putting a little psychology behind it, it just would make sense to me that the team of extremely talented guys is going to come out with a victory against the guy who's teaming with a new tag team partner, trying to replace his old tag team partner. Like I said, it just makes sense. So, give me Tobias Storm and the Marksman for the win on that one.
Right. Next match, another title match. This is a man that Tobias Storm mentioned in our interview, a man who he says has been ducking and dodging him. The Metro champion, Ryan the Infinite, is going to put his title on the line against Old Glory at Lynn, Missouri, New Year's Bash.
That looks like the Patriot from WWF back in the 90s.
It does. It does. I'm extremely excited for the Infinite, man. Like, everything that he stands for. I know that he had some issues with. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I know he had some medical issues, but he's returning. I think this is his first match back, and he's going to put his title on the line against Old Glory, who I think just debuted at last Saturday Slam. So I'm thinking that this is going to be, and I'm not sure, has Ryan, I don't think Ryan has defended his title since Destiny. I know he had his medical issue, but I think Ryan's been, this is technically his first title defense. Am I right, Chase? Have you kept up enough with Saturday Slam to?
I'm pretty sure this is his first title defense.
So, with the exception of at Destiny, obviously, since Destiny is what I mean. So I don't see a reason why Old Glory would come in and take the title off of him. So I'm going with the Infinite. He's going to take the win, going to keep this title against newcomer Old Glory. Let's say you.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I think, did you watch, was it last week or 2 weeks ago that Old Glory, he just debuted, right? He's only been wrestling in KCXW for a couple weeks, right?
That I know of. I don't know if he left and came back or, but yeah, from my understanding, I think that he's, kind of a newcomer, I would assume. I don't know. But regardless, it's Ryan the Infinite. I don't see Ryan the Infinite losing that Metro Championship anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be a very, very detrimental opponent for him to take that title off of him. So
yeah. And if it was going to be anybody, it was going to be the Pariah, and it was not the Pariah at Destiny. So, yeah, I think it's got to be a big opponent to beat a big champion. So
Dean says he's a new guy and he's a big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of big boys,
yeah,
we're gonna get to this main event, man. This is if you watched last week's Saturday Slam, Calvin Aldridge met with Burt Candy in the backstage area and said, "Man, you just got your ass beat." Yeah, I did. Burt replies to him and says, "You know what? You're the perfect candidate for a KC title match. Why don't you meet me in Lynn, Missouri at New Year's Bash, and I'll put this title on the line, and you got no shot." And walks off. And our KC Kansas City Championship match is the realest Calvin Aldridge, who just won it at Destiny, is going to defend it against Burt Candy. What you think, Chase?
I'll tell you what. I like Burt Candy. I like me some Burt Candy quite a bit. He's a funny guy. But I mean this with all due respect to Burt and to Dean, who's rooting for Burt. There is a snowball's chance in hell that he's beating the realist Calvin Aldridge. It is what it is. You know, like I said, no disrespect. Love me some Burt Candy. Mr. One Night Stand in New Breed Wrestling. Love it. You know, anybody who swerves the practice, you know, those doofuses over in New Breed, anybody who swerves them is a good guy in my eyes. So I love me some One Night Stand Burt Candy. But this isn't New Breed Wrestling, Josh. This is KCXW, and that's not the Doctor or Tyler Bodine or any of those other losers in New Breed that represent the practice. You know, this is Burt Candy against the realist Calvin Aldridge, our KCXW champion. And like I said, man, I don't see it.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier to Tobias, that what a talented team the Main Attraction is, and two of those guys are Tobias Storm and Calvin Aldridge, and we saw that at Destiny. He stood high with that title and proved during that match that he is he's one of the top wrestlers in KCXW, and I mean, this is just a play, man. He thinks it's going to be an easy go, and I'm not saying that Burt Candy's not going to give him a challenge, because I think it's going to be I think Burt's going to have a hell of a match. I think he's going to show that he's not just a pretty
joke. Face.
Yeah, pretty face, a great body, a great physique. I think he's going to show that he's going to be serious, and I think he's going to give Calvin a run for his money. But in the end, it's going to be the realist. He's going to defend this title successfully, and he's going to retain the Kansas City Championship. So, in my opinion, obviously I have no idea, but in my opinion, Calvin walks away.
Agreed. So that is KCXW New Year's Bash in Lynn, Missouri, guys. Lynn, Missouri is South Central Missouri.
Yeah, I'm not. I know when I Googled it, it just said it was like 2.5 hours away from here. So
yeah. So
it was a ways away.
It's right out of Jefferson City. So close to St. Louis, a little bit south. Yeah, right east of Jefferson City, south of Columbia. So about a 2.5 hour drive for us. If you guys could make the drive, if you guys are in the Columbia, Jeff City area, St. Louis even, it looks about that's still halfway to St. Louis or halfway to Columbia. So anyways, if you're in that general area, make sure you go check out KCXW this weekend. It's going to be a fun show. So definitely wish we could go, but we will definitely be checking out more KCXW events.
Yep.
Definitely. So, guys, we had a great event announcement. Great. Those that, heard about Central States Wrestling and what happened with, everything with the flood and, the ring and the National Guard Armory in Kansas, all that stuff. CSW announced that they are going to run an event on Saturday night, February 25th, 2023. Central States Wrestling will put on their next event at Lenexa, Kansas National Guard Armory located at 18200 West 87th Parkway in Lenexa, Kansas. They did want us to know that the Lenexa Armory is considerably smaller than the KCK Armory. So to be sure to get your tickets early and get them fast, guys, because they will be doing a CSW newsletter subscriber pre-sale this Friday, January 13th at 10 a.m. The pre-sale code will be sent out tomorrow via our newsletter, which should have been today, right?
Yep.
If there are any tickets left, those tickets will become available to the general public this coming Monday, January 16th at 9 a.m. Due to the unexpected demand, guys, and even if you have a pre-sale code, we cannot guarantee ticket availability. So, that being said, you got to get your tickets.
Yep.
So
glad they're back at it.
Yep. Appreciate you joining in, Nay.
We'd be remiss to say that, yes, they are coming back, but they posted on their social medias that CSW, that wrestling lady, Gracie, how you doing? Appreciate you joining in. That the next event is called
When the Levee Breaks.
The Levee Breaks. Saturday, February 25th, 2023 at the Lenexa National Guard Armory, Lenexa, Kansas.
Lenexa.
I said Lenexa, Kansas. Go check them out, guys. It's amazing that we're gonna see a February show from what happened with all their that flood and everything. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm extremely excited. Chase and I are gonna be there for sure. And you saw who's on the. I mean, you got the DWF champion, you got the CSW champion, you got the Howletts who just won the deal with the Steel. So I can't wait for them to start announcing matches. So Central States Wrestling is back. Only missing 1 month. Love it.
Yes, I love it as well. So that does it, my friend. Unless you have anything else to cover.
No, sir. I think we were right there at the end.
Guys, January. Just because CSW didn't run an event in January does not mean that January has any shortage of wrestling events in Kansas and Missouri. This weekend on the 14th, like we broke down the card, KCXW New Year's Bash in Lynn, Missouri. Ryan the Infinite returns to the ring to take on Old Glory, like we talked about. Make sure you go check that out. January 14th, World Wrestling Express. Body Slam on Cancer over the Rainbow. The proceeds are going to go to Dorothy McClanahan toward her fight to beat breast cancer. Awesome event. Go check that out. Also on January 14th, MMWA presents New Year's Evolution in St. Louis, Missouri. And then the next weekend, January 21st, XWE Road to Glory in Salina, Kansas. And then January 27th, Friday, St. Louis Anarchy presents Gateway to Anarchy. New Gateway Heritage title will be unveiled. Also, the Destination Championship will be defended. By the way, for those that don't know, the Destination Championship is the rebranded Journey Pro Championship held by Christian Rose. And what better person for Christian Rose to fight and do his first official title defense is the Destination Championship. The second or third official title defense, is it? God, I don't know how many title defenses. Did he have 3 or 4 in Journey Pro?
He had at least 2, and I think the third one was at the last event. So this might be technically his 4th official.
No, I think that's wrong. I think I totally butchered that because he fought Warhorse, and then he fought Matt Ward.
And then this at the end. Who did he fight at Wild Thing? Did he defend it at Wild Thing?
Yeah, it was against Matt. Not Matt Ward. It was
Matt Nix.
Matt Nix. Yep, Matt Nix. So he fought against Matt Nix, fought against Warhorse, and then there was another match in between there too. So this is going to be like his 4th or 5th title
defense.
But first Destination Championship title defense. And that's going to be on January 27th in St. Louis, Gateway to Anarchy. Make sure you guys go check that out. Then on January 28th, if you guys are not interested in watching the WWE Royal Rumble, make sure you go check out Cape Championship Wrestling, One Night Riot. Marco Stunt will challenge for the CCW title against Joey O'Reilly. Like I said,
One Night Riot is also going to have a Royal Rumble style match, 30 participants in a Royal Rumble match. So if you don't like the mainstream Royal Rumble, you can check out local independent Royal Rumble, Cape Championship Wrestling.
But if you are into the local Royal Rumble, or I mean the mainstream Royal Rumble, we will be watching it in the Discord on that day. Come by, join the Discord, hang out. There is a one little thing. You do have to be a subscriber to the Twitch to access the room to watch the premium live shows. But like I said, once you sign up and become a subscriber, you can come in there and watch it. We'll be hanging out, shooting stuff in the chat, and then also watching the Royal Rumble and seeing what kind of craziness goes on in that. So that does it for the future indie shows, guys. Guys, if you haven't, like I just plugged the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. We're always talking wrestling. We're talking. Jake's keeping up with the sports talk, which is making me keep up with sports talk. And then also, just kind of trying to help build a community that we can watch shows, wrestling, talk about wrestling, all that good stuff. So, Explanation Point Discord, if you are in the Twitch, we'll get you the link. If you need the link, if you're not on Twitch and you need the link to the Discord, hit me up or hit Josh up via private message. We will definitely get you that link. And then I don't have anything else. Oh, the charity. We will do a stream where we raise money. And the money 100% of the proceeds will go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And we will do this charity. It's not the fact of doing the charity that we are putting the catch on. It is how we are raising the money that we are putting a catch on. So I told Josh that if we get the I-70 hot tag to 1,000 subscribers by the end of January
on TikTok,
then so he can go live on TikTok, then we would do a charity stream where I take chops from Moonshine Mantell or Derek Neal or both for every certain amount of money raised. So tell your friends to go follow the I-70 hot tag. I hope it doesn't happen. We've got a little more than a half a month left. I would rather just donate some money to the Children's Hospital, not do a fundraiser. But you know what? If this is the kind of shit it takes to get my friend Josh to 1,000 followers, get the I-70 hot tag to 1,000 followers on TikTok, then we'll do it. So, like I said, get the I-70 hot tag to 1,000 followers. And we will reach out to Moonshine Mantell or Derek Neal or both and have them do a chop for every single $50 or $100 raised. It just depends. So
love it.
Yep.
Love it. We appreciate you guys joining in, guys. We've got 2 fantastic shows coming up within the next week. We've got January 16th, the Pit Stop returns, and we're going to be a more consistent, regular basis every Monday night for the Pit Stop. We are going to be live January 16th, and we're going to watch along CSW Deal with the Steel 3, which happened 16 years ago. We're going to watch Michael Strider, Derek Stone, and the guest next week on the hot tag, Superstar Steve Fender, team up in a war game style match to take on the Girthy Management Group, which consists of Jeremy Wyatt, Wade Chisholm, and Hype Gotti. This is going to go down on Monday night. We're going to do a Facebook stream. We do have some backup plans just in case the Facebook stream does not work well with StreamYard. See you later, Dean. Appreciate you joining in. But we're going to watch basically, as Chase has already said, we're going to the pit stop is going to be promoting our Thursday's guest and doing a watch along of one of their matches, one of their top matches. And this is definitely one up there for Superstar Steve. So we're going to watch that match and prepare us for Thursday's interview. Because then on Thursday, January 19th, on the I-70 Hot Tag, 1 week from today, Superstar Steve Fender, who we rescheduled. We previously had him scheduled for December. He's coming on the show this Thursday night, 7 days away from today. So super excited for that interview. We're going to talk all things WLW, New Breed Wrestling, his history in Midwest. So could not be more excited about that. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. This has been a heck of an episode, man. We had a great interview with Tobias Storm. Had a lot of viewer interactions, viewer comments throughout that interview and throughout the whole night. So we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting us. Episode 37, man, in the books.
Absolutely, getting close,
Really approaching
the 1 year anniversary. So
yep.
All right, guys, we appreciate everybody joining with us tonight, as always. Appreciate you guys, sharing your passion and love for professional wrestling with us as we share ours with you guys. Again, cannot emphasize, based off of everything that has been that has gone on this week, everything that has gone on in the wrestling world this week. Like I said, we don't talk about it. We don't dabble in that. We dabble in independent wrestling because we love independent wrestling. So with that being said, everything that went on this week in mainstream wrestling should be all the more reminder of you to go out and support local independent wrestling. I promise you'll have a fantastic time. I promise you'll love it. It'll be a wonderful decision, and you won't regret it. So with that being said, obviously, if you watch this show, I'm pretty sure you already, like independent professional wrestling, but just in case, just want to remind you that, there is more out there than just what's here in Kansas City. There is more out there than what's just in Overland Park, Kansas. There's independent professional wrestling all over Kansas and Missouri, guys. If you need help finding a promotion where you live, hit Josh and myself up on social media. We'd be glad to give you a recommendation for one that is around you. So with that being said, Josh, you have anything else you want to close us out with tonight?
No, sir. We're good.
All right. So as usual, guys, my name is Chase. I go by CR Media. This is my co-host, Josh Elliott. And for both of us here at the I-70 Hot Tag, brought to you by CR Media, and good night.